In workplace investigations, cultural sensitivity is an important ethical principle that focuses on understanding, respecting, and appropriately responding to the cultural diversity of all individuals involved. Workplace environments are made up of people with different backgrounds, beliefs, values, and communication styles. Cultural sensitivity ensures that investigations are conducted in a way that respects these differences while still maintaining fairness, accuracy, and professionalism. At its core, cultural sensitivity begins with cultural awareness. Investigators need to recognize that people may interpret situations differently based on their cultural background. This includes differences in communication styles, attitudes toward authority, personal space, and workplace behavior. Understanding this helps investigators avoid misinterpreting actions or statements during an investigation. A key requirement of cultural sensitivity is avoiding stereotypes. Investigators must not make assumptions about a person's honesty, behavior, or intent based on their cultural identity. Stereotyping can easily lead to bias and can distort the interpretation of evidence. Instead, each individual should be assessed based on facts and context, not cultural generalizations. Respecting diverse norms is also essential. What is considered normal or respectful in one culture may be interpreted very differently in another. For example, direct eye contact may be seen as confidence in some cultures, but as disrespect or confrontation in others. Similarly, silence during questioning may reflect thoughtfulness or respect rather than evasiveness. Ethical investigators must be careful not to judge behavior through a single cultural lens. Communication adaptability is another important component. Investigators should adjust their communication style when needed to ensure clarity and understanding. This may include speaking more slowly, using plain language, checking for understanding, or being mindful of non-native speakers who may require extra time to respond or express themselves. In some cases, cultural sensitivity may require the use of interpreters or cultural liaisons. This ensures that language barriers do not prevent individuals from fully understanding the process or expressing their perspectives accurately. The goal is to make sure communication is clear and that no one is unfairly disadvantaged due to language limitations. Flexibility is also important. While investigators must remain consistent and fair, they should also be open to adjusting how they interact with participants when cultural differences require it. This flexibility should never compromise the integrity of the investigation, but it helps ensure that all parties can participate meaningfully and comfortably. Cultural sensitivity also has a direct impact on how evidence is interpreted. Investigators must be careful when assessing credibility, especially when relying on behavioral cues. For example, avoiding eye contact is sometimes mistakenly interpreted as dishonesty, but in many cultures it may simply reflect respect or cultural norms. Similarly, crossed arms, nervous movements, or lack of expressive emotion should not automatically be treated as signs of deception. These behaviors are often culturally influenced and can easily be misunderstood. Perceptions of authority can also vary widely across cultures. In some cases, individuals may feel intimidated or cautious when speaking with authority figures due to past experiences or cultural expectations. This may affect how openly they communicate during interviews. Ethical investigators must recognize these dynamics and avoid interpreting hesitation or discomfort as dishonesty. Interview etiquette is another area where cultural sensitivity matters. Simple actions, such as physical greetings or personal space expectations, may differ significantly across cultures. A culturally aware investigator respects these differences and adapts appropriately, whether that means adjusting greeting practices or being mindful of religious or cultural boundaries. The importance of cultural sensitivity lies in its impact on trust, fairness, and accuracy. When individuals feel respected and understood, they are more likely to participate openly and honestly in the investigation process. This leads to more complete and reliable information, which improves the quality of findings. Cultural sensitivity also strengthens procedural fairness by ensuring that no individual is disadvantaged due to cultural differences. It helps reduce unconscious bias and prevents misunderstandings from influencing conclusions. This supports a more balanced and equitable investigation process. Ultimately, cultural sensitivity promotes inclusivity and respect within the workplace. It reinforces the idea that all employees, regardless of background, deserve to be treated with dignity and fairness. In doing so, it enhances both the credibility of the investigation and the overall integrity of the organization.